Recently, I got some feedback about my comments relating to CO2 being produced by dogs. Um, One of the comments stated that no one has talked about mammals producing CO2 as a problem before. Well, they have, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back 4 years just to illustrate this. So, humans are mammals, and in this article, they talk about CO2 production and pollution in relation to mammals, humans. So in my video, I was talking about dogs, and the person I think was correcting me. But let's have a look at this one. Okay, so indoor levels of carbon dioxide could be clouding our thinking and maybe even pose a wide danger to human health, researchers say. So this article talks about this topic, about the parts per million of CO2. One of the points it brings up from the studies that it talks about is people are remaining indoors, and that's why the parts per million of CO2 are increasing, because humans are using oxygen and producing CO2. So the excessive CO2 gave some problems, cognitive scores. So that makes sense. The cells in your body, including your brain and your nervous system and your eyes, they need oxygen, and CO2 is a waste product. So if you're making all of those cells and organs work harder, the performance is going to go down, mentally, physically too. It's just like an athlete. And of course, children are more affected because their cells are still building the human body and they're still developing. And if the kids have other health problems, well, the high CO2 can be even worse for them than an adult. So CO2 has been talked about before. However, the person that commented on my video is partially right. There are fewer studies looking into the health impact of CO2. So maybe that person just wanted to call me out and check my accuracy, but that person hasn't done any research, or maybe hasn't even had a basic health class. Because a basic, like community college level class, you will understand cellular respiration and how it produces lots of CO2. It's kind of ironic. Every time I talk about high CO2 levels from having a dog or several dogs, like if a little bedroom has several dogs, you're increasing the parts per million of CO2 a lot. And people just kind of argue with me and act like, no, it's methane from cows. They kind of have that basic attitude. And let me show you this quote. I'm going to, this quote from James Bridle. I'm going to try to highlight it. Maybe I can't highlight it. Well, I'll just point it out. Air pollution rots our brains. Is that why we don't do anything about it? Yeah, that makes me think about the people I talk to CO2 about. Like, I'm instantly labeled inaccurate or a dog hater, or I get the nitpicking comments on my channel like, no one's ever talked about CO2, dude. So it doesn't matter. It's like, you just kind of proved me wrong, or I'm sorry, proved me right and proved yourself wrong, because yeah, it seems like if these people are just high on CO2 and they don't want to think past the mainstream ideas of, oh, it's the cattle and the methane. Oh, no one's ever talked about it before, so it's not important. Yeah. So there we have it. This is just my little response video. I'll put this article in the description. When it comes to reducing air pollution, what sparked this for me was the Oregon farms and how Oregon is trying to go after farmers because of pollution or environmental quality, but they don't look at all the CO2 produced by dogs. They don't look at all the water used by dogs. And CO2 is it's bad for us. I mean, at the wrong concentration, it's bad for us, and it makes our cellular processes in our body get turned down, and it messes with our cognition, and it can make other sicknesses a lot worse. Thanks for watching.